Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet. Hare Krishna. Welcome to all of you. We are happy to be here with all of you to serve you at the lotus feet of Jagannath, Balaram and Subhadra Devi ki and Srila Prabhupada. We happily welcome you to Jagannath Mandir on this pleasant Sunday evening. We are today going to briefly read from Srimad Bhagavad Gita and try to glean some understanding on the basis of the instructions of Krishna and the commentaries of Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada. I am reading today to you from chapter 13, text 21. Karya karana kartritve hetuhu prakriti ruchyate purusha sukha dukkhanam bhoktritve hetu ruchyate. If you want to follow on those who are online, chapter 13, text 21. And if you have your phones, you can also see in that. Please repeat. Karya karana kartritve hetuhu prakriti ruchyate purushaha sukha dukkhanam bhoktritve hetu ruchyate. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Translation: nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world. Please repeat. Nature is said to be the cause of all material causes and effects, whereas the living entity is the cause of the various sufferings and enjoyments in this world. Purport: the different manifestations of body and senses among the living entities are due to material nature. There are 84 lakh different species of life, and these varieties and creations of the material nature, they arise from the different sensual pleasures of the living entity, who thus desires to live in this body or that. When he is put into different bodies, he enjoys different kinds of happiness and distress. His material happiness and distress are due to his body and not to himself as he is. In his original state, there is no doubt of enjoyment. Therefore, that is his real state. Because of the desire to lord it over material nature, he is in the material world. In the spiritual world, there is no such thing. The spiritual world is pure, but in the material world, everyone is struggling hard to acquire different kinds of pleasures for the body. It might be more clear to state that this body is the effect of the senses. The senses are instruments for gratifying desire. Now the sum total, body and instrument senses, are offered by material nature, and as will be clear in the next verse, the living entity is blessed or damned with circumstances according to his past desire and activity. According to one's desires and activities, material nature places one in various residential quarters. The being himself is the cause of his attaining such residential quarters and his attendant enjoyment or suffering. Once placed in some particular kind of body, he comes under the control of nature, because the body, being matter, acts according to the laws of nature. At that time, the living entity has no power to change that law. Suppose an entity is put into the body of a dog. As soon as he is put into the body of a dog, he must act like a dog. He cannot act otherwise. And if the living entity is put into the body of a hog, then he is forced to eat stool and act like a hog. Similarly, if the living entity is put into the body of a demigod, he must act according to his body. This is the law of nature. But in all circumstances, the super soul is with the individual soul. That is explained in the Vedas in Mundaka Upanishad as follows. Dva suparna sayuja sakhaya. The Supreme Lord is so kind upon the living entity that he always accompanies the individual soul and in all circumstances is present as the super soul or Paramatma. Om Tat Sat. Om Jnana Timirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Karya Karana Kartritve Hetu Prakriti Ruchyate Purusha Sukha Dukkhanam Bhoktritve Hetu Ruchyate. What is the mechanics of how things happen in this world? How things happen to us? How we are situated in this world? Who are we? All this is the subject matter of Bhagavad Gita. Normally, if we ask people who are we, they take a very long time to answer. If I ask a question, who am I? Everybody takes a long time to answer. After answering, they think about it and think maybe it is not true. Maybe it's not correct. And then only they understand that I don't even know who I am. Very foundational questions people don't know. But they talk about rockets in space and about metaverse and this and that. Who are you? You don't know. You think very deeply and see, you don't know. And you must have the frankness and the non-duplicitousness to say, yes, I don't know. But it is a fact that nobody knows. That's why Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita. Your spirit soul, your Atma, your eternal, na jayate mriyate va kadachin. Nahanyate hanyamane sharire. You do not die when this body dies. This body is a vehicle in which you are situated. According to your past activities, you are getting one type of body. When you look at your body in the mirror, you should understand this is a result of my past activity. You should not try to brush it up and go to the boutique and make it look better and do transplant and skin plant and this and that. Then you are an idiot, number one, according to Bhagavad Gita. Actually, you should know, see, this is how I look. I may look very beautiful. I may look very handsome. I may look ugly. I may look short. I may look dark. I may look tall, handsome. All this is the result of your past activity. But idiot, you are not this body. That's the most important thing to know. But if you are very handsome, you get very absorbed in that. I am looking so beautiful, I am so wonderful, I am this body. You get lost. You'll forget who you are. So in this way, Prabhupada says you'll be blessed or damned according to the situation and circumstance. But if you know Bhagavad Gita, but if you know the truth, you will not get dragged away into that type of an idea. You will stay fixed in understanding, I am spirit soul. This is a temporary body. This is a temporary drama I am playing. The costume will change. The costume will change. I'll play next drama again. Another life I'll take, another drama I'll play. and another one, and another one, and another one. It goes on and on. But what is the use of all these things? Why I am situated like this? Then you are really starting to think about reality, about the truth. So that's what Krishna is advising Arjuna. These situations are all temporary. This situation is brought out by your past activity. Although these are things which we heard many, many times, if you think deeply about it, and if you put yourself in this situation, see, this is where I am, this is whom I am. Next time you look into the mirror, think about this sloka. Look at my face. This is the fellow who has come into this body. This is my body. This is my so-called face. I got a nose like this because of something I'd done in the past. I got a ear like this, like this. All these things have got pakka reasons. Cause and effect. Karya karana kartritve. Cause and effect. There is a cause for everything that's happening to you. You are the effect. The effect is this body and the situation that I am in. And the cause is my previous activity. So it's not enough if you simply understand, yeah, I understand effect and cause. It's just not enough that you must do something about it. Why? Because the cause and effect is happening to your body. And through your body, you are getting affected. So you are the person getting affected. So what should I do? And what is wrong in getting affected like this? This is because you don't know there is something greater than this situation. You are in a temporary situation. And this body gives you trouble. It is temporary. The body is a result of so much of misery, disease, death, old age. All this will happen to you. And since you think I am this body, you will watch the body becoming old and then fall down one day. So it's very horrible to watch yourself die. Because your identity is invested in the body. And in front of your eyes, every day you're looking into the mirror, it will start wrinkling. It will start growing old. And then what to do? Nothing you can do. You can do nothing. Zut. Zero. Then only you will start thinking, some other powers, some other control is making this happen to me. At least if you know I am not this body, you at least say it's happening only to my body. It's not happening to me. I don't get old. Bhagavad Gita is saying, Na jayate mriyate va kadachan. For you there is no birth, no death. But for the body there is. But if you think you are the body, then you are finished. So this is the fear. And everybody in this world has got that great burden. The false, illusory fear. I am dying. I am dying. Because my body is dying. But you're not dying. You won't die. You'll come back again in another body. And again the same fear will come. I'm going to die. Then you'll die. And then again you'll be born. In this way you get ragged up and down. Rather, the person who has knowledge of what's given in Bhagavad Gita will know these are all causes and effects happening outside of me. And I should not invest in the outside. I should invest in the inside. I should invest in me. Who am I? Spirit, soul. Where do I come from? I come from Krishna. Krishna is explaining that in Bhagavad Gita. I am the origin of everybody and everything in this world. Mayonir Mahad Brahma Tasmin Garbham Dadamyaham. He's telling that I am the seed-giving father. Bijam Mam Sarvabhutanam. Aham Bija Prada Pita. I am the seed-giving father. Everybody, everything comes from me. So Bhagavad Gita explains very nicely, my father is Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is forever, I am forever. When you connect like that, then you become fearless. Then you become spiritually oriented. Then you become permanent. Then your life becomes very different. Because you pay importance to the permanent. And all these other things will not worry you much. Why? This is part of life. It happens. Shifting seasons come and go. My body will age, it will die. But I am not the body. I am a pure spiritual personality. I am part and parcel of the Supreme Godhead, Krishna. This will give you a great amount of happiness, a fearless situation. This is knowledge. So, Krishna is saying here, if you don't understand this, you will suffer misery. Karya karana kartitve hetur prakriti ruchyate. All these things are coming. Hetu means cause. The cause is Prakriti. Influence of material nature on my material body. But I am not this body. This machine is owned by somebody else and controlled by somebody else. I am inside the machine. I paid money and I got into the ride. If you go to special rides, you will see, I got a ride. So now when you are taken for a ride, this thing is, I can get off the ride. I paid the money and took the ride. Same way, we do certain activities, we come into this body. And this body is controlled by material nature. Krishna's Maya Shakti. Karya karna kartitve hetur prakriti ruchyate. Prakriti means Krishna's material energy. Maya adhyakshena prakriti suyate sachara charam. Under my superintendence, this material energy is functioning. And from the same source you get also these material elements. Earth, water, fire, air, sky, mind, intelligence, ego, etc. are the combinations of all these things this body is made. And we are situated inside the body. To think I am the body is ignorance. You are not the body. To think the body belongs to me, that also is ignorance. Then what the hell, what belongs to me? You don't belong here at all. You came for a visit and you're staying for too long time here. And you've completely forgotten where you came from, why you came, who are you? Because you've been staying for so long. Bahu nam janmanam ante. After many lifetimes, slowly you understand, oh, I came very long back. I forgot to go back. I don't know who I am. Why? When somebody explains to you Bhagavad Gita, on a one Sunday you came here by mistake. You know, your father is in the exhibition and you came here by mistake and you sat down here and Swamiji is telling something and all. I always wanted to know these things. And then you buy a Bhagavad Gita and you go and then you read it. Then you come to know. Now I remember where I came from. I got lost. That is Krishna's mercy. Prabhupada is saying in the purport here, Krishna is very merciful. He is traveling with you. Although you are a stupid idiot who has forgotten father, forgotten you and you think you are the body, Krishna is traveling with you and saying, no, that is not true. Don't worry. Some hope is there inside you. Although these things are there is always some hope inside. That's because of Paramatma in the heart. Giving you hope. No, don't worry about all these things. Come back to me. And when the right chance comes, Krishna actually gives that instruction through somebody else coming to you, through the Bhagavad Gita coming into your hands, through you attending a course of our Bhagavad Gita, through meeting some devotee here, you came for darshan. And then knowledge dawns, remembrance dawns, and then you understand and you take up this process of Krishna consciousness, Bhakti Yoga. And then as you develop more knowledge and you practice more, gradually more is revealed to you by the Lord in the heart. And the more you understand, the more you know it is true. The more you know it is true. And the more you practice, the more conviction you get. The more faith you get. And the more closer you come to reality, then you are very sure this is what is true. Definitely I am not this body. I am spirit soul. Definitely I am part and parcel of Krishna becomes established in your heart. Bhagavad Gita becomes established as a conviction. So this process is explained. So all these things, why we are here, what we are doing here, where did we come from, where should we go, what's happening, who is making it happen, and what we are thinking, and how our thinking is wrong, how this is not real, all these things are explained. It's very fascinating. It's very exciting to know the truth. And it is spoken by the Supreme Lord, who is the Creator, who made all these things happen. And so we should believe in it. And it is an exciting journey back to reality. So everybody should be interested in it. It is not that only religious people should be interested. Avanga solranga, he is wearing saffron cloth, so for him this is the profession. Some people think this is my profession. That is why he is speaking. I don't have to follow it. Each one has got their profession. He is Bhagavad Gita profession. I have got my mechanical engineering, this thing, my profession. Another one is IT profession. Another one running something else. Each one has got. Swamiji also, I encourage him. Some people are really thinking it is like that. Really think like that. And they say, I want to help you, Swami. I know you also help me, they are telling. I said, what should I help you with? My industry should be promoted and I should, please bless me. The way we think makes our reality. If you want it, then everything change in that particular way, according to your desire. The way you desire matters. If you don't know the truth, you will desire wrongly. If you know the truth, then you will desire rightly. The truth is what everybody is looking for. But if you are not led into the truth, you will desire wrongly. And according to what you desire, everything is arranged, cause and effect. And according to that you will act, according to your desire you will act, and according to the action you will get the situation. And according to the situation again you will act, and you will go down like that, again and again. So in fact, if you don't know, it's very dangerous. You must know. As a human being, you must know. That is why you are intelligent. You have special capacity as a human being. And you must exercise that. Human beings are very rare. Krishna is explaining that. Manishyanam sahasreshu kaschid yattati siddhaye yatatam api siddhanam kaschin mam veti tatvatah. Human beings, out of all the living beings in this world, human beings are very less. They are not many. Very, very less. There are other types of living entities, insects, birds, beasts, marine creatures, plants, leaves, creepers, trees, name it. Hundreds and thousands and millions of species. Out of them, human being is very small fraction. And out of many, 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 sahasreshu means thousands. Out of thousands and thousands of human beings, manushyanam sahasreshu kaschit yattati siddhaye. Only one person may be interested in knowing these things. Yatatam api siddhanam. And out of thousands of such people who are interested in knowing things, kaschin mam veti tatvatah. Hardly one knows the truth properly. So many religious people, so many religious institutions, and so many things, even inside Hinduism, inside Christianity, inside Islamism, and Jainism, and Sikhism, and Judaism, and so many things. Many people are still struggling to understand what I am doing, why I am doing. Why am I religious? They don't know. What am I trying to get? What is the truth? Kaschin mam veti tatvatah. Nobody understands me as the absolute truth. Krishna is explaining. So it's very rare. So being a human being is very rare. And only when you're a human being you can understand this. And you can see even now how many people are here sitting hearing this. The population of Coimbatore is so much. Everybody is busy doing everything. What Krishna is saying is correct. Manushyanam sahasreshu in Coimbatore. So many people, they are all so busy going to the restaurant, eating that, worrying about this, fighting with each other, somebody killing somebody, somebody teasing somebody, some other desire. There's so many things are going on. In that some people are sitting here. You are fortunate people out of all the human beings in Coimbatore that you have decided to come here. It is definitely because Krishna has influenced you from the heart. Go there. Something we will hear for the weekend. Some prasadam we will take, we will hear a nice kirtan, see the Lord. I feel very good. You're being pushed very subtly, very gently, influenced by the Paramatma in the heart. Yes, I will go there. But your friend is telling, let's go to the bar, let's go to this movie, let's go out in the park, let's do here, let's go for shopping. You feel that I've done many times, I want to go here. It's a different experience. You're feeling that. So very rare that you have chosen to come. You're already been influenced. I am saying this, it is true. It is very true, 100% true. That's why I'm welcoming you and saying thank you very much for coming and taking the decision. So many other decisions may be tempting you, and if so many other duties also you may be having. And somehow you fought all those things and you have come here, you landed up here. Right? It is Krishna's doing, which Prabhupada is saying. Atma, Paramatma in the heart is influencing. So, giving you a chance. Why don't you consider this? So, if we take serious consideration, pay credence to what we are hearing, what is mentioned in the Bhagavad Gita, put some little extra effort on that direction, great result will come. Neha vikramana sosti pratyavayo na vidyate swalpam api yasya dharmasya trayate mahado bhayat. Swalpam api yasya dharmasya. If you swalpam means little bit, if you endeavor in this direction, Krishna is telling, trayate mahato bhayat. You will be saved from the greatest danger. What danger? Of not losing the human form of life. Don't think in your next life you'll come back as a human being. You may be a rabbit in Mexico, or you may be a deer somewhere in Kilimanjaro somewhere, or you may be a bee in Timbuktu. Because depending on the types of things that we do nowadays, who knows? Who knows? Because so many nonsense we are in, somehow tied up with in this world. Somehow this collective karma also will influence us. But if you take this instruction, if you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, read Bhagavad Gita every day a little bit, and cleanse yourself spiritually a little bit, worship Krishna, and slowly follow some Bhakti Yoga, you are making a tremendous investment. Definitely you will not lose your human form of life. Definitely at least you get another chance even if you don't make it fully this time. That at least you will for sure do. So these are all activities that every human being must do. Otherwise it's very dangerous, because you may not return as a human being. We have cultivated so many desires with the association of so many people, and we don't know what really life should be, what is the goal of life. And those desires will work on us, we will act like that, and we'll get the next body according to that. Karya karana kartritve hetur prakriti ruchyate. Right? We don't want that dangerous thing to happen, isn't it? Do you want to become a rabbit in Mexico? No. And somebody may think, why not? It's very nice. I'll be hanging around somewhere in the green fields. I will eat a few worms and some shrubs and some fruit, and it'll be wonderful. That is because you don't know what's the goal of life. I want to be a rabbit somewhere. But if you really know what you can be, what Krishna is offering here, then you will desire for that. Because you don't know what is available, you desire for something which is very cheap. But if you get to know what choices are available for you, what is the topmost, anybody will choose the topmost only. If Krishna is saying, which one do you want, anything I can offer to you, you will ask, which is most costly, which is most wealthiest, treasure, greatest, give me that. That is love of God, Krishna Prema. Krishna is saying, that is my greatest treasure in my treasury. If you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, I will give it to you. This is a special offer in Kali Yuga. Because in Kali Yuga, everybody is an idiot. Mandha sumanda matayo, mandha bhagyahi upadruta hai. In Kali Yuga, manda bhagya, sumanda, dull brain, very unfortunate, very disturbed. Under this situation and circumstance, what great thinking can you do about what is the truth? How do with your using your brain? So, this special offer, because you can't on your own. If we take that special offer, we'll get the greatest of benefit, the best available destination for you. So please accept this instruction of Krishna, who came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and told us to chant the holy name and read the Bhagavad Gita and the Bhagavad and lead a simple life of Bhakti Yoga. You can practice it in your house. It's sublime, it will make you happy, peaceful, and life will look much better, even now. And the destination will be great. So this has been provided, this process has been provided in a workable format in this day and age by His Divine Grace, Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, who traveled all over the world and established this process, and people all over the world follow it. The Bhagavad Gita is translated in more than 80 odd languages, and everybody everywhere is practicing it. This is the land of Bhagavad Gita, and this is where Krishna spoke the Bhagavad Gita, and we should also take advantage of that. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, we profusely thank His Holiness Bhakti Swami Maharaj. Now it's question hour. Anybody has any clarification, any questions, you may feel free to ask. ஏதாவது கேள்விகள் சந்தேகம் இருக்க பட்சத்தில் தாராளமாக அவங்களுடைய கேள்விகளை கேட்கலாம்.
Hare Krishna, please explain more. Maharaj actually, Manisyanam Sahasresu, Bhaganam Jananam Ante. So though we understand that we are not this body, soul, still we are carried away by material nature and we are hankering for material achievements and material possession. So what is that making us to deviate from the focus of that I am servant of Krishna?
Yes, it's not enough just to have knowledge alone. You have to put knowledge to action. You must practice. Knowledge alone is not going to do the job. Because our education system is like that. Knowledge alone is enough, mug it up and write it and you get a degree and then that will give me a job and that will give me money and that will... I don't really have to understand engineering. Just have to pass the exam. On that basis they'll give me a job. And if I do my job nicely or wrongly or something also, I'll manage. The way our educational system is makes us think that everything in the world and in life also is like that. I can mug up the whole Bhagavad Gita and write an exam and not know anything about Bhagavad Gita. I don't practice it at all. So knowing alone is not enough. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, Iti te jnanam akyatam guhyat guhyatra maya vimrishye tatyaseshena yate ichhasi tata kuru. Now that I have given you knowledge, you nicely understand, deliberate on it, vimrishya. And then you exercise your choice and you do the right thing. When you do, you actually become highly knowledgeable. You become more experienced and your faith increases and you become situated in the real. So we are not simply saying you should only read and be knowledgeable. I know, but still it is happening like this because you only know. You should start applying it in life also. So that is why we have a whole process. We ask our devotees to read, understand, and practice, and gradually change yourself inside out. The change will occur, and then you will know you are in control of yourself. Then you know you have power over your mind, your thinking, your thoughts, and you can actually direct your mind what to think and what not to think. So right now you are not in control of yourself, isn't it? Yes. So that is the process described by Krishna. It takes a little time of understanding, knowledge, deliberation, practice, and gradually perfecting. No shortcut. Okay?
Hare Krishna Maharaj, a question from online. Hare Krishna Maharaj, where does soul situated? How to differentiate soul and mind?
Okay, thank you very much. Who is that asking the question?
No name.
No name. Okay. Anonymous question. So, the soul is situated in the region of the heart. Hridayastha. Inside and the Hridaya, in the heart it is mentioned. Soul is spirit in nature, spiritual. Fully different from this body, mind, intelligence, ahankar, ego, everything. All these are material. All these are part of this body. They are not permanent. But you are spirit, soul. You are the identity which I am talking about. You, that is spirit. Mind is a part of the subtle body. It's also material. It's like in a computer system, you understand there is hardware and there is software. Then there is a person sitting who is a programmer sitting in programming. You, spirit soul, are the person sitting in programming. The software is like the mind and the intelligence. The hardware is his body, gross body, like that. The programmer can sit on the machine and he can walk off and go on his own. He can independently operate on his own. You as spirit soul actually don't require this body, actually don't require the mind. But since you think I am the body, you need all these things. Right? That is material consciousness. So right now it's difficult for us to get out of it because your mind needs to be controlled and you have to rise above your mind in your consciousness and be able to observe the mind from that level of consciousness. So that is this process of Krishna consciousness. As you practice it, you elevate yourself beyond the conditioning of the body, the mind, the intelligence, and you see yourself separately from this body. Then you are in a position to control the mind, control the body, control other ways, according to what is really needed. I hope that helps you. Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Maharaj. Now announcements about